The hardest kind of business, though, really, is a business that is a little bit ahead of its time. And that's the kind of thing you see people wanting to start up because they're aware of a trend elsewhere in the country that is swelling and it is coming. And it's going to be successful. And they, because they're the kind of, have that entrepreneurial vision, they can see the opportunity. This is going to be a great business. But Sudbury's not quite there yet. And so they will want to start it up. And it's discouraging because there's such a huge education gap that they have to overcome. And they have to work so hard. And you need to have, I guess, the resources to sustain that long time.
Until Sudbury's ready for it.
It comes. And I can remember some of the earliest businesses now, the kinds of businesses that are flourishing, like aromatherapy and Reiki and those kinds of businesses. When I was first helping clients start, it was such a tough go because people, aroma what? Like they'd never heard the word aromatherapy. Yes. Whereas now, that's not an issue at all for someone starting that kind of a business. So those ones are tough. Whatever's the newest trend that is just not quite here yet, those are really tough for people to start.
Anything besides gift baskets that is likely to be almost a waste of someone's time, to put too much effort into building something that really isn't going to fly?
No, I don't even really like to give gift baskets that bad of a name, although I would be pretty iffy on it. I guess the thing is, it depends on how they shape it, how they position whatever the business idea is. It is the case, but it depends. I don't want to say a thing because that changes over time. I can remember someone coming to me and he had this idea for a coffee business, and I just couldn't see it in Sudbury. As far as I was concerned back then, at that time, people were not going to pay more money for coffee than what they could get in the grocery store. We had Starbucks even at the time, but they wanted, just the way this was, it's just, Sudbury's not ready for that kind of a business, or it wasn't a few years ago. So, I said to him, absolutely, go out and prove me wrong, and here's the research you need to do, and here's the surveys you need to conduct, and if the market responds positively, by all means, I'll help you get it up and running, but I don't think it's going to respond positively. And I helped him with the survey. And he went and he did his survey and he came back and he said, oh, I'm so glad that I'm not starting this here. And we talked about other towns where he could start it, where it would have a good chance. They're just a little bit sort of ahead in terms of trends in Sudbury, but just here it wasn't ready. So, but that doesn't mean, now, maybe it could work. So I don't want to pick just a business because it's about, is it the right time for that business? If you wanted to start a construction company in 1997, you were going to have a tough go, because we were in a recession. Now, it's like every second person wants to start up a small construction company, and they're going to be fine.
And sometimes, even though your business may not be the hottest trend-wise, if you want it badly enough and you have a vision for how you can excel in that field, you can make it happen against the odds.
Absolutely.
But it's a bit of a steeper climb to get there.
Yep.
Do you have a standard bit of advice that you give to business? Obviously, with 600 and some odd, you've had a lot of conversations with entrepreneurs. Do you have sort of a general words of wisdom or guidelines that someone needs to know to be able to succeed in their own business effectively?
Well, there's many, many things I think in a way they need to know, but maybe one of the most important is that it's not easy, and that you will have many sleepless nights, and that you will wake up many days thinking, why am I doing this? And you better love it. You better have a passion for what you do, or you would be crazy to persist, and you need to persist. That's the thing, is you need persistence. We also have a little guideline that's you often hear. We didn't come up with this ourselves, but it takes 3 times as long as you expect and costs twice as much, and that's a great guideline because that's pretty much true. The other thing is, if whatever you think couldn't possibly happen to you, well, some of it will. So things will go wrong every single week, maybe day. Just stuff happens. That's just normal life, and you have to be prepared for it. And I think that's why you need the passion, and you need to really enjoy what you do, or why would you go through that.
Right, yeah. You've been obviously very blessed to have been influential in so many people's lives when they're fulfilling this short-term or long-term dream of theirs to get into business. We thank you very much for your time, and we thank you for your guidance in bringing the business community to the level of expertise that your clients have experienced. And anyone who is interested in getting involved with classes, consulting, how do they reach you to get more information about Learning Initiative?
They can just phone us. We're in the phone book. And just give us a call and explain what they're looking for, and then we'll set up a time to meet with them one-on-one and see if there's anything that we have to offer that might meet their needs, and then we go from there.
Thank you very much, Anne.
Thank
Anne
you,
Cooper,
Shirley.
fulfilling her own dreams at the same time that she's helping others reach their dreams of being business owners and fulfilled entrepreneurs.